reiterate what a few other people have said when Carrie talked about what a life-changing event it's been. It's very strange to come from first meeting you on the board and then being in the field and then coming on the fundraising staff. And I remember when we interviewed, I said, Mark, if you know you've done this, if I can't do it, tell me now, because I don't want to be a failure. And we went through the whole psychological testing, and then we sat down and he said, you know, the one thing you're missing is the woo factor. I didn't know what the woo factor is. I don't know if I still do. But I have to say that it made me reflect back on one time when we were in town and you brought us along to an event, a Driehaus. He was giving some awards for some Chicagoans who had done some charity work. And you sat Ken and I down before, and just very conversationally painted the picture of a man in need. And this is Richard Driehaus, you know, big philanthropist. And that's the woo effect. You know, it was from your heart. And I never looked at Richard Driehaus again the same because I saw him through your eyes. And so that was really meaningful to me. And then I also need to reiterate what Jen said, is that I've had a couple of chances, one time a party at your house, to talk with Josh when he did the performance, and at a wedding, I had a chance to talk with Josh, and I have to say that every time his name comes up on the gift, you know, that just speaks absolute volumes, just absolute volumes. And then finally, since so many of you are going to miss Mark's comments and things, I wanted to just show this. Does this bring back any memories for you? The basic cell phone. Do you remember a little cell phone that you and I had? This tells you something. A wonderful way to wrap this up is that if you're ever missing Mark, all you need to do is what Mark and I did at one event. Mark was trying to call me because I was heading over to the McDougals, and somehow we were doing telephone tag and couldn't reach each other. And so I think I tried to call Mark and didn't get him, and I was at McDougals and I rang the doorbell and went in, threw this in my purse, and as I threw it in my purse, it redialed Mark's number. So Mark picked it up, and I was already at the McDougals, you know, doing my thing. And so Mark was right there with us in spirit, and he can be right there with all of you in spirit at any time he wants. So this is just, you know, this is just a different way of communicating with Mark. Yeah. And I have to say, God bless him, he's a man of integrity. He called me after so apologetically. I would not have been apologetic at all. And he said, well, this is great. He said, we could think of this as a new kind of way to train our teams, you know? You just put that in, and I could hear it, and then I could comment. And he says, I know I should have hung up. He said, I know I wasn't invited to that. And then he proceeded to give me some fundraising things. You know? So I just wanted to say, since this seems to be wrapping it up, that if you're missing Mark, this seems to work really well.